The cheat meal is the dumbest idea in fitness. And I literally ate a burger yesterday at 7% body fat. See, the problem's not the burger, it's the word cheat. What's up, guys? I'm Neil John Thomas, retired 38-year-old bodybuilder. If you're new here, I help men over 30 get into the best shape of their lives, get to 10% body fat without restricting the foods that they love and without adding any crazy amounts of cardio. Please like and subscribe. Let's get this out to as many men over 30 that want to get to 10% body fat without killing themselves. So what cheat means? You've labeled the food you love as wrong. 6 days tolerating food and then 1 day wanting food. That's not a diet, that's a countdown. And all that simply is a broken cycle. Restrict food, wait, overshoot, feel guilty, restrict food even further. That's just a yo-yo cycle on repeat for the rest of your life. Do you really want to eat chicken and rice 6 days a week and then only be able to have a cheat meal here and there, not a cheat day? That's no way of living, and that's what I teach to all my men, all my clients over 30, is eat your favorite foods all the friggin' time. There's no such thing as a cheat meal. It does not exist. That's called having a bad relationship with food, which will never get you anywhere. See, nothing is a cheat meal if you rebuild it. If you want my free cookbook, I think it's 11 recipes. It's in the bio. You can download it. 11 of my favorite meals: cheesecake, donuts, Big Mac, Crunchwrap Supremes, spicy Popeyes chicken sandwiches, all those things, all your favorite foods you can eat and recreate, and you never have to have a cheat meal. And see, here's the philosophy I kind of like to make the analogy with. If you are having sex regularly, right? Just bear with me. If you're having sex regularly, it's good, right? It's cool, like it's fun. But say you don't have sex for a year, 2 years, and then you have sex for the first time. What does that sex feel like now? Oh my God, like the best thing ever since sliced bread, right? That's because the chemistry in your body is giving you an insane dopamine hit. You haven't had it for so long, now you've had it, now you want more of it. Now you're like, oh, I want to have sex all the time. It's the same thing with food. So when you restrict and you go chicken and rice for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and then you have a burger, what happens? All the dopamine in your brain gets dropped and you're like, this is the best thing ever. And then your cheat meal turns into a cheat day and you have cake and ice cream and everything else, and you just ate 5,000 calories in a day and derailed your entire 5 weeks that you just spent eating bullshit chicken and rice. So the theory, the math here is take all your favorite cheat meals and recreate them lower in fat, higher in protein. Now you never have to have a cheat meal again, and now the dopamine you get is almost on par with what you would get going out at a real restaurant. So like if we think about it like this, say like literally every single day, guys, like I had pancakes today, I had cheesecake, donuts, Pop-Tarts, like literally everything. I'm getting a nice little dopamine hit from that, but I'm staying 10% body fat. Now what's gonna happen is, let's say, I still go out to eat. I follow the 80-20% rule, which is what I tell all my clients. 80% of the time, you eat your recreated cheat meals, and 20% of the time, which is roughly 5 to 6 meals a week, you go out and eat food. If I go out and have a Big Mac now, I might get a little bit more of a dopamine hit, but it's not enough to be like, oh my God, I need to just have Big Macs and go crazy and eat cheesecake and full flavored, full fat, everything. No, because I'm already eating all my favorite foods every single day. But if you go just bland chicken and rice for 6 days, and then you go have a burger or a piece of cheesecake, the dopamine hit is gonna be 10 times higher, and it's gonna throw you off track, and then you're gonna repeat the yo-yo cycle of cheat meals and cheat days every few weeks. See, the word diet, what is in the word diet? Die. If you continuously diet forever, you will die. Because if you think about it, you're gonna be in a deficit. So if you just keep being in a deficit forever, you'll wither away to nothing. You die, diet. I've tried all of the diets. I've done carnivore, keto, low carb, intermittent fasting, full 48-hour fasting. I've done them all. None of them work. None of them are sustainable long-term. Intermittent fasting, oh, I wanna feel like shit for half the day and not have energy. maybe I won't have brain fog in the morning, but then usually what happens is I want a huge meal at dinner time and I overeat anyway. Keto. Oh, I want to feel like shit all the time and I don't want to have any energy at the gym whatsoever. All of those things are not sustainable long-term, but you know what is sustainable long-term? Eating all your favorite foods, but recreating them into amazing dishes that are lower in calorie, lower in fat, higher in protein, getting down lean to 10% body fat, and maintaining and even gaining muscle. Can you do that on other diets? Of course you can, but you're gonna be miserable and you're gonna suffer. And you're not gonna be able to sustain it long-term. Are you gonna be doing chicken and rice and doing the yo-yo cheat meal here and there until you're 70? That is no way to live. That sounds miserable. I would never want to do that. And are you going to be able to maintain less than 10% body fat year round doing chicken and rice? Hell no. I've tried it. It is not going to happen. See, after 30, a plan that you never fall off from beats a plan that you restart every single month for the rest of your life. And see, the industry doesn't want you to know this. They sell you fear. Seed oils equals you get fat and cancer. Bro, you can literally get cancer from anything. Pumping gas for too long can give you cancer. Cancer is everywhere. It's not going to be in the seed oils you eat once or twice a week, occasionally. Like, of course, limit processed foods, obviously. But a few processed meals might actually make you live longer. A few processed meals every week is not going to hurt you. Why? Because what is the number one killer in the world? Stress. If you're stressed about your food all the time, what is a chicken and rice diet going to do? You're going to be stressed all the time. Just waiting for that cheat meal to come. That's stress. If you get to eat your cheat meals every single day, every single meal, are you stressed? No. So by default, go eat some Pop-Tarts, go eat some Oreos. Sure, there might be some processed, some chemicals, and you're not eating Oreos every single meal and you're not eating an entire tray of them. Here and there is okay. Don't listen to what the industry tells you. Everything is fear-based nowadays. Oh man, you can get cancer walking into a donut shop just by smelling the donut fumes. No, live your life, enjoy your life. Are you gonna be like this for the rest of your life? No, you wanna be able to enjoy your life. You wanna be able to go out to eat. You wanna travel the world. If you're traveling the world, are you gonna go out to eat at restaurants, or are you gonna just go to the grocery store and buy the most perfect organic food of all time? No, that's no way to live. Like, sure, yes, I still eat organic. When I can, I buy grass-fed beef, 94.6, if they have it, 93.7. The majority of my ingredients are really good for you, but I have protein bowls with Pop-Tart, regular Pop-Tarts, not organic Pop-Tarts, like regular Pop-Tarts, regular Oreos. I also have organic Oreos. I also have organic Pop-Tarts. I throw them in here and there. I mix it up. But guess what? I'm not stressed at all. I don't have to count calories. I don't have to use a scale. I can maintain, I'm 7% body fat right now without even trying. I don't have a high metabolism. You guys can do the exact same thing. So go try that free cookbook that I got there. Try some of your favorite recipes and just see how it changes your life. If you want to go further than that, I have a full 12-week program. We go over cardio, walking, steps, nutrition, sleep, lowering your cortisol, reducing caffeine, the whole 9 yards to get you to 10% body fat with zero stress. But I want to leave you guys with this message. This week, try some. Go on Instagram, look up some of your favorite recipes. Low calorie, high protein, Oreo cheesecake, and make it. And then just see. And eat it and see how you feel. And you'll be like, wow, I just ate 3 slices of Oreo cheesecake and it was 500 calories. Versus 1 slice of cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory is 1,800 calories. That's the trick. And you do that every single day. I had 2 pieces of cheesecake today. I had a piece yesterday, a piece the day before. I don't even have to think about it. It's not like I'm like, oh, I had a piece of cheesecake yesterday, so now I can't have it for 5 days. It's like, nope, I just eat. I just eat and I enjoy my life. And you guys can do the exact same thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. Let's get this out to as many people as possible. Leave a comment below. Let me know what your favorite cheat meal is, and I will recreate it. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.